She said I might not love you forever and again, but I'm gonna hold on until we're in heaven. Just a bit closer, I know it's not too late. When everything's over, I know we'll be the same. I know we'll be the same. I know we'll be the same. Just a little bit closer, I hope it's not too late. I know it's not too late. 'Cause I need your body, standing tall. I need your body, do it all. I need your body, touch my fall. I need your body and your soul. I need your body, standing tall. I need your body, do it all. I need your body, touch my fall. I need your body and soul.
Good evening, good afternoon, good day, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to yet another Flight Sim stream. And I'm not sure why Flight Sim isn't showing up. Specific window, okay. Let's try it again. Well, this is awkward. Why you know pick up Flight Sim? Fine. We'll do this the hard way. We'll do it the old way. There! Haha! Where there's a will, there's a way. No technical glitches will keep us down. What's up, everyone? Sorry for the delayed stream, but there's good reasons. So yeah, it's been quite the day today. I need to do that, otherwise things look weird. Dangerous Brian's made it in. Two-Tone Murphy's here. Kozaki Flyers here. USCG Azimuth is in. And Dragon 40th says hype. Huzzah! Yes, very much hype. So much hype. So we're here in Southern California. We're starting at Van Nuys Airport, which is also at least known to me because it is the home of Santini Air from the from the show Airwolf, which was one of my favorites as a young person. So we're getting into it real quick here because, well, we're late. Not my fault, mostly. Keen Lafford's in, good to see you. Alright, so we are in not that view. That view. Aha! Red Pilot Randy is in. We're in fact in the Milviz Corsair, released about a half an hour ago, a little more. But yeah, so we're going to do some Black Sheep Squadron flying. We're going to start here in Van Nuys, go north a little bit, circle around. I believe it's the Indian Sands area. That used to be an airport, but is no longer. From there, we're going to go out to the coast. We're going to keep her low. We're going to fly over some of the filming locations for the show Black Sheep Squadron. As you can see, we are also painted in the VMF 214 colors, which was Pappy Boington's squadron, known as the Black Sheep Squadron. As Two-Tone Murphy said, ooh and ah, yes, indeed. So, the frames are a little heavy because we're right near LA. I think some of it's the airport, but it is what it is. 99 Hours here, good evening to you. Hope you're well. So, full disclosure, I literally have zero time in this aircraft, so it's going to be very interesting. Gobblezus just installed the Corsair. You're loading your MSFS. Awesome. So yeah, I have zero time, so it's going to take me a minute to get this properly started up. It is the bent-winged bird, also known as Whistling Death. as the Japanese named it, due to some of the sound characteristics of the supercharger when diving. But it is a gorgeous airplane, and the frames are really heavy. But it's absolutely built. It's an odd place for a TBM. So this is one of 2 airports on the download list for today's flight. This one is optional. The North Island Naval Air Station is not optional because it doesn't exist in the game by default. So having the Naval Air Station North Island is kind of a must, because otherwise you're going to be landing in a field. Bentley Bird, I don't have it yet. Well, no worries, Kozaki. That's why we're showing it off, so you know what to do when you, or at least what not to do when you do get it. I also have 0 time Corsair. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've flown a Corsair, so I'm going to fail a lot, and I'm not going to be bashful about it. So we're going to get in the cockpit, and no idea what I'm doing. And this, there we go. Correction for the wing fold: do not lift up on the 2 pins beside the rotate knob for the wings. They're dropping payload. Aha! So Murph's talking about. Aha! So this is for ordnance. This is for the wings. Good to know. Printed manual. Yeah, I have it downloaded. Okay, it's very inches of. Yeah, I believe it. I absolutely believe it. Took 3 minutes. So, yeah, I no idea what I'm doing. To lock, push to unlock. Aha! So it is currently locked. Good. We're going to want. That's trim. Okay, so that's not modeled, or that's not assigned. Can't use the cowl flap key for cowl flaps. That's frustrating. Where y'all at? I'll come fly with you if you want. It is Flopin. We're on the East USA server. We're starting off at Kilo Victor November Yankee, which is Van Nuys, north of Los Angeles. And our first leg will take us to Kilo India Sierra Sierra, which is a nice island. So, server, flight plan. That should get you going. So, yeah. Well, we're gonna try to follow the wings. What? Late load done. Oil level. Yeah, we're fine. Auto complete. So next one, parking brake set, nav lights on. Let's see. Where are the nav lights? I said okay, so those are open. That's good. Steady. Steady. That also doesn't land. We're gonna do that. Buenas tardes, says the joystick, or the joystick. Welcome. We're slowly getting ourselves going with this. So nav lights on set. Magnetos off. Mixture idle cutoff. Cow flaps full open. Take off RPM. Director, I don't know where that is. Okay, that's in. Supercharger, neutral. Neutral. So we're gonna go over check here. Hit that button real fast. So yeah, happy April Fool's Day. So battery on. Instruments on. Fuel pump off. Ignition start. I really think that I've missed quite a throttle red quadrant, so right about there. Mixture auto rich. Yes, there's. You know, we're just gonna see what happens when I do this. If I do it wrong, well. Wait, that can't go. That can't be right. That's backwards, seems. Okay, go away. Alright, so we're gonna turn the prop. Keep the magnetos off. Spin it. Something just seems off about the prop position. So we're gonna do that. So we got it started. Ooh, we got another Corsair with us. That's awesome. I'll have to definitely spend more time later to get it down correctly. It's fantastic. Don't get me. Ooh. Just notice my canopy is open. Theirs is closed. So that's a nice change. There's a 339. We're going to look for a windsock right there, so we're going to do a U-turn. So KVNY with the Tier 1 gift sub to Copper Pete. Many thanks, my dude, you legend. So we could very easily work this whole flight. I'll try not to. Just bear in mind, I'm still learning how to do things properly. There we go. We're figuring this bird out together. Yeah, it certainly is, Domingo. How you doing, my bud? Hope you're well. we're gonna make a hash of it. You make the boo-boos so we don't have. That's right. I break it so you don't. Watch my videos as a how not to instead of a how to. So welcome everyone to the very first Corsair stream. You're more than welcome to fly along in the Corsair or the Spitfire or the TBM or a 339 or whatever you think you can fly and fly along in. So it looks like we have a couple of Spitfires already. Set our flaps one notch down for takeoff. Frames are a little on the chunky side right now, but given our proximity to Los Angeles, it'll go away shortly after takeoff. Whoa, whoo! That's sporty. So easy on the rudder when taxiing. Steve Solo UK is here. Good to see you, dude. Oh, this is gonna be this is gonna be a trip. I can already tell you. Where is the parking brake? That is a good question. I'm not entirely certain. That is a good question. Checking. No. So parking brake is pilot's right rear. Viper Strike 9510 is in. Good to see you. So that's where that is. So we're going to make a complete hash of this. We're going to keep the canopy open for takeoff. And Lord help me, because this is not likely to go very well. So aileron trim, could add 2 degrees of that. Rudder trim, we're going to add 3 degrees of that. And we're going to kind of treat her like the Spitfire, where you don't want to just go full beams on takeoff. You want to ease it in. Just because it has a max speed of over 400 miles an hour doesn't mean you want to do it on takeoff. So, a little bit of right aileron, a little bit of back or up elevator. Just slowly giving her some throttle. Have more Corsairs joining us. Oh no. Tailwheel lock. Right. I knew that. I was testing you guys. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I do the boo-boos so you don't have to. Yeah, so everything Murph said about it being harder than the Spitfire, 100% true. Tailwheel lock. Alright, let's try this one more time. It does sound amazing. Pressure in the green arc. That's coming up. Oh boy. Oh boy, that was... I have a lot of time that I need to spend in this thing, but man is it glorious. It's loud. So, welcome to Southern California in a beautiful Corsair with a mostly decent takeoff that only took a half an hour. Like I said, I've got to spend quite a bit of time with this, so cut me a little slack if you wouldn't mind, please. Oh, I probably could have used a bit more, because I am on full tanks, full fuel. So having that made the plane heavier. Heavier plane takes a little longer to take off. I'm trying to find excuses outside the main one of I just need more time. Considering this is my very first time flying it at all. So I'm being extra hard on myself. And look at this. Isn't this pretty? She flies so nicely. So you can see Los Angeles behind us. It also doesn't help the MSFS. Yeah, that's fair. So we have the Thunderflies in the MB339. We have another Corsair coming up behind. Look at that. So we're going to go ahead and close the canopy. You want to talk about torque. This thing has about as much torque as a Mack truck. Alright, so we do have a flight plan. I promise we're not just going to circle around. So we're going to keep turning. We're going to head north. We're going to drop down to the deck, though. Oh, where's the gauge? This manifold. Not a fan of the default camera position, but that could just be my ultra wide. This is amazing. Can't wait to be able to fly this properly. Not to mention in VR. Just look at it. I'm changing. Do not wait for me. I catch up. Just had to fire up. Yeah, I know the pain, Goblin. It's she's a challenge. She really wants to turn. %, Goblin. It's all about the fun. So cow flaps close. Oh boy. Roger, RC75 is here. Good to see you, dude. Hope you're well. So the show back in the late 70s, Baba Black Sheep or Black Sheep Squadron, based on the exploits of Pappy Boyington. Actually, we're going to go ahead and open that because I can't see. So many buttons is what I noticed. Mr. Yeah, there's a lot of buttons. Where's the autopilot? I don't know. Did some filming near this location in Southern California. In an area called Indian Sands. It's now since been turned into a farm, but they had an airfield here. There's the Thunderflies. But there's an amusement park. But they did quite a bit of filming here. To download fish. I understand that. Pappy. That I'll accept. And we are in VMF 214 colors. She's a bit of a handful. Magic 888 is in. Good to see you, my dude. Hope you're well. So I think this is right about where the airfield was that they used for filming. but it has since been reclaimed by farmage. And she really wants to roll left. Wow. What a beautiful airplane, though. We do still have the Thunderflies with us. $2,000 horsepower, oh boy. Yeah, boy. Your plane take me already started. Okay, we'll see you later. How to start. Roger that. More hamsters in the house. Good to see you, my dude. So, you can hear the wind eating refs at work. How do referees taste? Here they kind of taste like paper because of rules. Beast is the right word, Hammy. She is a beast. I don't even know. I'm likely not flying her anywhere near correctly. She really wants to roll to the left a lot. Viper strike worthwhile, but difficult. Yeah. I had to put the Corsair on wish list. Looks great. Yeah, so far so good. It's more difficult to fly than the Corsair. The Corsair is harder to fly than the Corsair, than the Spitfire. But I would say it's equally as rewarding. Being able to get these phenomenal views. Jay Whitaker is in, also stuck at work. Oh man alive, she wants to roll. Get this back neutral something. Sark Unknown. Does it handle better than the Waco? I'd put it on probably on par. But given the frames, I'd say it's realistic. Refs equal refreshments equals kebab. How? I would say this is more rewarding than the Waco because it's a Corsair. I have 9-degree aileron roll to the right just to get it to come down a bit. Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't looked around to see what knob does what way, and yeah, I'm just kind of winging it. That seems to be my aileron trim tab, and yeah, I think it's going the wrong way. I don't know. But here we are flying the Corsair in Southern California. We are the Black Sheep. Of course, my friend behind me is in the Korean War era colors, whereas I'm in the World War II era. It's 100% that, Azimuth, 100%. If you think it looks good on stream, it's even better in the sim, and I cannot wait to put this into VR. EL737RS is here. Good to see you, dude. Hope you're well. I know where it is, I just don't know which direction to turn it. And now I'm still just enjoying it, so... But man, is it to the right? Well, let's see if we can do it without crashing. That's better. Oh, that's better. That's so much better. Whew. Tired, been a long day. Nothing kept me this 100% EL. Flying and a tasty beverage can solve many things. So I have no idea what what speed I'm flying, if I'm completely honest, but at the same time I don't. It's just being able to see the Corsair and look at the beautiful scenery. Isn't this something? Elevator trim, at least dialed in something. There we go. Look at that. I almost have too much aileron roll. No, it is taking quite a bit of effort to find the sweet spots. Just look at this thing. Oh, you're still there. So we get to make our first left-hand turn here in a moment. Man, she's a beautiful airplane. And you've got to treat her nice. Well, we got somebody there kind of blinking in and out. Gee, Slayer's in the house. How you doing, dude? Hope you're well. It is here. And it's wonderful. And we're flying in Southern California. Look at that. We have at least 2 other Corsairs in the flight. A couple of Spitfires. We're not going to fly into a mountain. Hopefully. Time to update some mods. Whoa! There you go. Look at that. Don't get me wrong, the Korean colors look good, but I'm a sucker for the lighter blue with the white. Roger that, GE Slayer. I mean, I don't even know what to say. This thing's just beautiful. And it's just nuts. Senior Gordo, it is on the MilViz website. It is $39.99 US. Watch the demo where 6 degrees of rate aileron is used. Yeah, I'll have to adjust that. It's a process. Oh, there's a spit. There we go. Look at that. Don't forget you can use the fuel sliders to get rid of those belly tanks. Why would I want to get rid of them? They look great. In flight after takeoff, done it again from the exterior. Yeah, it's tricky to. It's a trick to take off. There's a. I'm not sure what that is. There's so many airplanes flying. Oh, look at that! Oh, we have 3 of them. I can't get them all. I can't get them all in shot. There's 4. So we have 4 Corsairs in the flight. At least there's a couple of Spitfires. That's a mountain, so we're gonna go over that. There's the Thunderflies. This is so cool. There's a Spit. Oh, someone's dropping their gear and flaps. Gear going back up. It's just beautiful. Worth every single penny. Kazaki, do you have the freeware or the payware MiG? Oh dear. That was a midair. Oh, that's a mountain. This is just beautiful. G-Slayer VR, here I come. I don't blame you, dude. This is exactly what I'm going to be doing after the stream, is firing this up in VR and learning where everything is and how to properly start it. There we go. Check that out. So cool. Papa Joe B, hi Colonel, just got here. Was this released today? Yes, it was. In fact, it delayed the start of the stream a little bit, but it's worth it. Just look at it. It certainly is, Mr. Chippy. She's a bit of a handful, but worth it. It's oh so very worth it. In the sense that it's $40 US, but it's worth it. It's a high price, but it's actually worth the cost, in my opinion. It is complex. It can be as easy as Control E, or it can be, as complex as doing the real thing. But it is a beauty to fly. 100%, Hammy. Look at that. That's so cool. It does. 100% Chippy. There's nothing not to like about this. Look at that. Spitfires, Corsairs flying together. Next plane it would be 70. Yeah, probably. I will say also the P-40 seems to be on the verge of release. They launched their website. BigRadials.com launched their website in anticipation of their release of their P-40 Bravo. This is Two-Tone is in VR. He's on your 5 o'clock. Nice. Good to have you along, Murph. And welcome to the chat, Mrs. Two-Tone. So here, momentarily, we're going to hit the deck. I need to a little bit less of that. Any recommendations for a free fighter jet for MSFS? Is there any worth downloading? Kozaki Flyer seems to enjoy the freeware MiG-15. I don't have any personal direct experience with it, but I haven't heard anything bad about it. I think I'd need a cushion for the seat. Well, normally you'd be sitting on your parachute, but a nice pillow would work. Look at this. This is nuts. She's a trick to get trimmed out. I will say that for sure. But once you do, it's not so bad. Poor little lambs, yeah. But for free, we're just the Alpha Jet, the Dassault Alpha Jet from... I don't remember the developer's name. That one's fun. MiG-15 downloading, roger that. Bogey at 5 o'clock. So this is our cruise portion of the leg. Once we get closer to the coast, we're going to hit the deck. Speaking of the MiG-15, that's what that's supposed to be. Look at this. Oh, man. Generations of aviation in one shot. Oh, Mechanical Madness UK. Is the Goshawk any good? I don't think I've tried it in VR, but I really like it. It's not as nimble as the MB339, but I still enjoy flying it quite a lot. And it's a good-looking bird. Lots of liveries coming out for it, both for U.S. and England. So for the U.S. Navy, U.S. Marine Corps, and for the as the Thunderflies do their wing waves, we shall wave back. Is Murphy, you should drop him. Yes. Yes. I'm not going to say who said it and what they said, but yes. Shuffle Shoes says hello. Well, hello to you as well. Hope you're well. Look at the countryside. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to hit the deck. Yes. I feel really evil because I know it. We are over Southern California as Mechanical Madness UK is now fun. Many thanks, my dude. But Iceberg, we took off from Van Nuys Airport, and we're heading out to the Channel Islands in Southern California, just west of Los Angeles. And then we'll be making our way eventually down towards San Diego. Dragon 48th, note to self, don't close the cowl flaps all the way. Really? I got mine closed all the way and they seem to be fine. Open them up just a tad. We made it real high. Way higher than let's see. Our first landing is going to be at Kilo India Sierra Sierra. Nearest is going to be Kilo Victor Bravo Golf. Close the flaps for the cowl and the supercharger. 3 seconds later, it blew at 60% power. Ooh. It's fun trying to use a mouse with the HOTAS setup. I did nothing. You can hear the whistle. You hear that whistle? This is why they call it whistling death. You assume West server? No, we're on the East USA server. That is awesome that they modeled that in. So this is why the Japanese called the Corsair the Whistling Death. That's awesome that they modeled that right. Nice. This is the best aircraft in the sim, hands down. I'm leaning towards agreeing quite heavily. In terms of accuracy, enjoyment, I'm with you on above right. Why did I look left? Give me a minute, let me get past the mountain. Got an F-15 with us. This is just so cool. The Mooney is still my number one. Fair enough, Brian. So I am on live weather. Man, this is... Look at all the shadows on the ground. This is just, it's such a very well-made aircraft. It's beautiful. It takes some learning to get used to flying it and flying it properly. Roger that, Goblin. I see you. This is just a phenomenal aircraft. I mean, I really don't have the words to say, if I'm honest. It's just, this is amazing. So, well done, Milviz, on a phenomenal aircraft. It's very well made. So I can see the shadow of Corsairs, MB339s, and F-15 Spitfires. Look at the shadows. That's awesome. I mean, I wish I could talk more, you guys, but man, look at that. Look at that break in the shadows. That's awesome. I didn't even need to see it directly. Seeing it in the shadows was epic. But what a well-modeled aircraft. Where you at? Had to do a forced landing after losing engine. We're almost to the coastline. I can't remember the airport code of where we're going to be at shortly. Look at that. Look at that. That's just awesome. This is just putting a big old smile on my face. Happy early birthday to me. This is awesome. We got from old to new generations of Warbird. I see an Alpha Jet. That's awesome. There goes the Eagle. Get in the cockpit for a little while. Roger that. Just blew engine and all. Yeah, that'll happen. That will happen. I'm running roughly 2/3 prop, half on the mixture. Excuse me. Nearest right now is Kilo Victor Bravo Golf, if I'm reading that correctly. I believe it is a naval station. that. So, left turn. Bravo, Victor Bravo Golf. KVBG, Kilo Victor Bravo Golf. We just flew over. This is so good. No worries, Dragon. I will say, this is going a bit faster than it did last night when I flew the solo leg, or flew the first leg solo in the Spitfire in VR last night, and it was amazing. This is so good. This is so cool. Yes, Easter eggs. Although mine are gray because I went the old school paint job. Man, I would love to be on that beach right now with all these planes coming by. There's a spit. This is just awesome. This is so good. Following the coast right now, and eventually we're going to get any beach would do now. Muddy pond with geese running around would be just fine, just to get out of the house. It's a fair point. This gun sight is nice. Yeah, I haven't gotten around to messing with it. I figured I'd focus on learning how to fly the thing. But it's nice that they modeled it in. So we're getting close to our first stop, which also means my first landing in this, which could go very, very poorly. It could go just about as bad as my first attempt at takeoff when I forgot to engage the tailwheel lock. I lulled myself into a false sense of habit, or a poor habit of not checking the tailwheel lock, because flying Spitfire, you don't have a tailwheel lock. It's a free castering wheel on the back. On the Corsair and the Waco, you have to lock the tailwheel on takeoff and landing. Totally forgot. We'll be landing soon. Don't you worry. Thunder flies our go. So we need to go a bit that way. So we're going to change fuel to the center tank. And we're now over the Pacific Ocean. Look at that. That's awesome. So Spitfires, make sure you're full of gas. Now's a good time to check that, because you might run out here shortly. Ask me how I know. Man, this is a beautiful thing. This is a beautiful, beautiful thing. No. We've left the mainland of the United States and we're heading towards the Channel Islands, just outside of Los Angeles, because that's where they did a lot of filming for the TV show Baba Black Sheep. In fact, long-standing community member AS Old Veteran, or Scott Voigt, used to do air traffic control while they filmed, and would have interaction with these guys as they were doing the filming for the show. And I wanted to do this flight because of him. I have to admit, the first part of the first flight didn't go as I intended, but most of that's just due to my not knowing how to fly Corsair. We can watch some episodes of the show at 100%. Isn't this just gorgeous? Thunder flies. There goes a Corsair. Finally got her trimmed. It's so good. Zebira's sound in the stream has some problem. I don't know. Depends on what the problem is. I can't suss it out if I don't have a little bit more information on what's wrong. It's so good! Certain parts of the music. I don't know. The audio seems fine on my end, but, well, there's a lot of reason for that. Yeah? Let's hopefully I can actually manage to do it. Look, oh, isn't that awesome? Coffee House Airways with the raid. Many thanks, my dude. We're here flying the Corsair over Southern California. Is the Corsair worth it? How much of the cockpit works? Most everything in the cockpit works, and it's worth the price tag. Danny Hughes 1993 with the follow. Many thanks, my dude. Hope you're well. Thanks for the raid, Coffee House. Hope your landings went well on your flight, as our Singleton 5617 is now following. Many thanks, my dude. It sure is, Coffee House. It's amazing. Merwaz is now following. Many thanks, my dude. I want to thank for the extra fuel capacity, but I shouldn't. Sure, go for it. Welcome, Las Vegas Raiders. Hope your flights went well. We're in the Channel Islands outside of Los Angeles right now. I have the Spitfire, as so do I. Countryman 51 is now following. Many thanks, my dude. So yeah, we're on the East USA server. We're flying over the Channel Islands. We're kind of retracing some steps of Baba Black Sheep, the TV series, and some of the filming locations. We're about to make our last turn to our destination for our very first stop of the evening. Just look. I mean, what can you say? Is it easier to take off and land? No. It's actually quite a bit harder because you have a much more powerful engine. Yeah, 100% Coffee House. If the Fireflies aren't watching Coffee House, you should. He's taking an Aerolite 103 Ultralight across the United States. Last I saw earlier today, you're in southern Georgia on your way westward. One of the islands, very nice vacation spot. Been nice. So many chats. Well, I can maybe the engine, that's fine. Glide all the way in. Might be able to. It might be a possible thing. What I struggle is easy as... Yeah, so Coffee House is very, very great streamer. If it wasn't for the needing of no autopilot, I would be very much happy to give you the shout out in the chat, but that might be a complicated venture. But yeah, you're doing fantastic work, my dude, and I'm glad to see success coming to your channel. So this is the island we're making our very first landing at, and hopefully I don't botch it. Just absolutely beautiful scenery. Word of warning about this strip. When I say strip, it's a glorified driveway. So it's not long, it's not wide, and it's right on the edge of a cliff. So no pressure. Mirage about the Corsair. That's a good life choice. Look at all of them flying along. Look at that. We got Spits, we got Corsairs, we've got the MB339, we have an F-15, we have an Alpha Jet. And we probably have a MiG-15 flying around somewhere. Pretty much stalled it in the start of the runway. Roger that. Just look at this. I definitely need to spend a lot more time with it to understand it and how to fly it better. But look at this. Isn't this just absolutely nuts? As a great man once said, look at the state of that view. Yeah, look at the state of that. So our runway is going to be down in Nya-ish area. To quote Jeremy Clarkson, "Awa!" This is, look at this. Awa! So airfield is somewhere right in this area. No, it's right here. There it is. I'll find it. Yeah, it's right here. So, is it right there? Yeah, so we're going to come out and around in the bay and come in this way. So, a right-hand turn. So we're going to get in the cockpit. Yes, I did. It's SJFly. I got the Corsair, the cardboard Corsair. Or, Spitfire. I got Corsair on the brim. Tail flaps go to full open. There's the field. Now, I don't know the max speed on the gear. Yes, interesting. That's the right word. Quite funny, there's even a QR code on it that says, is that what that is? Because I saw the QR code and I was like, I gotta scan that, and I just never got to it because I flew it in VR. Alright, so goes up. So gear coming down. We got a notch of flaps. We get another notch of flaps. Really? I've never had that issue. Full flappage. It could be interesting. I like the Jabber. The Jabber is a fun little airplane. Well, that could have gone worse. It will. That could have gone a lot worse. We'll forget that ever happened. Where'd my pilot go? There he is. Yeah. So, with that being said, we're going to turn the music down a tad. We're going to turn the traffic labels on. Fly and save. Go back. Resume. We're going to hide menu. Go to the drone cam. It was going so well. Look at all the people here. So if you're on the runway, please try and clear the runway for those trying to land. There's the Thunderflies. There's a crosswind. That's what caused my landing. Yeah, medic. Exactly. Who said Alpha is a fighter jet? It doesn't shoot. It's a jet. The jet's the important part. You can add ordnance to it in real life. So once we get the landings done here, I'll reload the next leg of the flight plan, which will take us towards Oxnard, California, then south. I believe it's the shortest leg of the trip. Oh, Draco! Dang, nailed it in the ground. The shiny livery is not recommended via reflections all over, I bet. This is just a US thing. Apparently it's international. There's the Alpha Jet. How you doing, USA PR1? It's funny how you don't exist in my sim, but I'm interesting. Wife called on landing. Oh, man. I forgive everything just because it's my first time in it in general. But it just came out, so I mean, nobody knows how to fly it. I don't know, Brian. All I see is an upside down plane, or saw was an upside down plane near me. Totally overran, but no crash. Well, there you go. Roger RC had an oops. Got the MiG down. Nice. There's Cat Bat in a crosswind. There's C-172. Nicely done. Nicely done. Landed on a dime. Nice. Yeah, so I have a lot of practicing I need to do. Time needs to be spent in this. So are we all down? Are we all down, or are there more? I feel like there's more. Oh, there's a lot more. There's Druid. Much better job than I did. There's Murph. Now that's a Navy landing. Nicely done. But Murph has more experience than the rest of us. There's the Thunderflies coming in. Looking good indeed, Murph. There's Copper Pete in the spit. We had Papa Joe B fly overhead in the MB339. Got Art Godin and Roger RC inbound. There's another Corsair. Go round, go round. Roger RC going around. There's Copper Pete in the spit. Don't worry, third time's the charm. So we got Copper Pete. There's Papa Joe B. Gordon. Wings folder like I just folded like I just don't care. Too fast this time. So we've got, here's Godden in the spit coming down. A little off the runway, but that's okay. Down, nicely done, a little bounce. Almost forgot the gear. Yeah, don't forget the landing gear. So we got Papa Joe B in next, followed by Roger RC and Copper Pete. Godden's still there. Papa Joe might be just providing some air patrol. Beautiful hydraulic pump, yeah. No, all the things that they modeled is just phenomenal. I mean, I think just about everything works. There's Papa Joe. Hopefully the gear's down. Or we're just doing a flyby. We're just doing a little pass. That's also okay. So we got Roger. Remember, third time's the charm. Goblin Suicide landed, exterior full blast, tail wheel lock. Nice. Well, I mean, yeah. So here comes number 3 for Roger RC. Yeah. Oh! You had it and then a bush got you. There's Copper Pete. A little bit of a bounce. Nicely done. Okay, we've got Godden. Once Godden gets landed, I'll go back to the menu, load the next leg of the flight plan, and we'll take off. Seriously digging Yosemite Sam nose art. Nice. Later I'll right on. Yeah, just need the time. Need the time to get used to it. It's only been out for Corsairs under other, not prop. Yeah, I don't know how any of that stuff works. It's odd. It's a bit more delicate than the Spitfire. In the sense that it's harder to fly, I would use the word delicate. It takes a bit more finesse to work it. So, back here. Unhide me. Oh, come on. There we go. Do the wings fold? Why, yes, they do. So, I'm going to do this. Open the canopy. So, if I unlock them, I may need to start it. For the sake of brevity, we're going to Control E it. Yeah, I just did that. Okay, Control E. There we go. You dirty dog. Start. There we go. So if I click this, the wings fold. And the landing light, it will turn off and fold up. Yes, it is, SJ Fly. Doesn't work that way. Physics, you know, kind of physics, aerodynamics, that's kind of a thing. Yeah, it is, Gordo. Well, I tell you what, I'll let you test that out and see how it goes. You let me know. So we're gonna unfold the wings. That's just so cool. We'll lock them into place. Good afternoon. Found out that the Alpha has a smoke button, doesn't show to others. Can't wait to see. Oh, that'll be amazing. So now that the engine is officially going, we're going to look around. So we're going to start with the right hand wing. We're going to dial this to about 7. So 6%, 6 years right down, 1 nose up. So there's 1 up. Six degrees rudder. So that's there. We need to open the cowl flaps so we don't overheat. So we can guns. So no gun sight so far. Where is it? There we are. There's a gun sight. What's the box in the window there on the right? I don't know what, rocket arming. We've got the pylon releasing. All kinds of fun stuff. Set the air pressure. Alright, so we're going to get going. Because we didn't come here to watch me just fiddle around on the ground. It's well worth it. If you like warbirds and you like a lot of attention to detail, you're going to love this. I mean, the sounds in and of themselves are just, oh, so good. Here goes the Thunder Flies. Haha! That's EL-737 with the high-speed flybys. It certainly is. Carrier capable. It was mostly used by the Marines due to a lot of the difficulties with carrier operations. Corsairs and Spits and Eagles and Causeway 04 is here. Good evening to you. Everything is phenomenal right now. Well, it didn't really have a launch bar per se. That's more of a jet thing and Korean War. But it does have a tail hook. Causeway. Oh, warbirds. Woohoo, let's go. Absolutely. So this is our second takeoff for the day. So we're going to get lined up. Hit the brakes. We're going to make sure we're lined up proper. Lock the tail wheel. And some Goonie birds. Yes. Slowly. It's a learning curve getting to learn how to take this off. So, here coming up. I don't think I used any flaps and I really needed to. Well, I mean, it's a beast. If it were easy, everyone would do it. It's a practice skill. And I have maybe an hour and a half in it so far. All on stream. There's a lot to learn. There's an absolute ton to learn on this. Everything in the cockpit's supposed to work. You can fly it to the T. If you so desired. So I've literally had zero practice in this at all before the stream, so anything that I'm doing, it's nothing against the aircraft, it's just I don't have seat time, and for a plane like this you need seat time to really understand how it works, and Goblin's in the water. Hope you had your Mae West on. We'll send a PVY for you. We'll hide me because we want to look at the aircraft on this leg of the route. There's the feather flies. Look at that. minutes, I hope. Gonna crack it open. I pulled one and download this. I'm not gonna read the manual. Don't feel too bad, Hammy. I haven't read the manual either. Which could very much explain many of my challenges. But learn by doing is always acceptable. So it seems most of us are airborne or on the way up, so we're going to continue on the journey. And we're going to head towards Los Angeles. Well, first Oxnard. Turn on the magenta line. Hello. So pretty. Bring up the butterflies. Yes, that is a saying a lot of torque is an understatement. It is a massive amount of torque. This is such a pretty airplane. Milviz have really knocked it out of the park. And that's nothing to, not to say anything bad about Flying Iron with their Spitfire, but this is unreal. Just blew the engine oil everywhere. Whoopsie daisy. Just got a call 20. Oh no, Hammy. Well, don't worry, Hammy. I'm probably going to be on late tonight because I spend time with this. Nah, it's warm in California. I want the air. Many thanks, Azimuth. Good to see you. Glad to have you along for the ride. You take care. And many thanks to the gift sub to Fort Noob from USCG Azimuth. Many thanks, dude. You have a good walk or whatever you're going out to do. This is just a beautiful, beautiful. I mean, I really don't have enough words to say just how awesome this is. I mean, you have footprints, footmarks, with the whatever the specular mapping is that they do to these in flight sim. With this, they made it so you can. It's a warbird. It's as it was back when it was in service. And it's just amazing. So you can see the trim tabs, the rudder trim tabs way out there, the ailerons, you know, doing its thing. But man alive, just look. So these are the islands that they did a lot of filming for the show Baba Black Sheep, or as it was later known in syndication as Black Sheep Squadron. Fun fact, Greg Boington actually cameoed in the show on at least three separate occasions. 99 I checked, the whole of Baba Black Sheep on DVD is 76. Oh, that's not too bad. just an absolute pleasure to fly. Turn right a little bit. Once you figure out how to trim it out, it's actually quite... It's not as much of a handful. The trick is learning how to trim it out. Oh, we got NATO involved now. Pair of F-15s on us. You see the Thunderflies in the distance. Oh, it's so good. Alright, probably time to change tanks. If for no other reason, yes, than the Thunderflies. The Thunderflies need smoke. This is just nuts. Trim is such a wonderful thing. Yeah. It'd be even nicer if I had all my trim settings mapped the way, you know, I need them. Why did you pop up? I don't want you. ATC window. I trimmed down a little bit too much. What the heck happened? Got trimmed down just a hair, so we don't want to be this high necessarily. So we're at a 500 foot, or 1,000 foot a minute descent, it looks like, which is fine, because we want to get down low again. We don't want to be this high. We're not doing a combat patrol. This is just absolutely amazing. There we are. So, we have an airport up ahead, right around here, and we're going to do a low pass in honor of Scott Voigt. How does that sound to everybody? Stepped away for a bit, but what an awesome formation, 100%. Also, thanks for the gift of sub to USA CG Addison from Fort Noob. Merwaz is flying. How you doing, Fort Noob? Hope you're well. This is just absolutely awesome. I didn't say slow, I just said low. So I honestly, my favorite feature of this aircraft is the sound when you're making a dive, when you're descending quickly. Doing well, thanks for asking. I hope you guys are having a blast. Can't wait to be there. Yeah, no, it's awesome. So, the Japanese called the Corsair the Whistling Death, and I will show you exactly why. Because if we go out in front here, kind of level off, and we start diving. And you only hear it from the front. Oh, you can still hear it. Broadsword calling Danny Boy. Broadsword sword calling Danny Boy. So we're going to do the low pass for Scott Voigt. That's got to be my favorite feature, is that whistle. So this is Kilo November Tango Delta. Someone closed my canopy. Not so much drop, but when they're out of fuel, they will disappear. And I cannot see anything outside of this canopy. Man, this is just such a beautiful bird. So we'll do a quick circle to let everyone regroup. You have a good one, Shuffle Shoes. Thanks for stopping by and for as long as you could. We'll catch you on the next one. Just a beautiful, beautiful aircraft. And the sound is just amazing. So our next stop is Santa Monica, which hopefully goes well, much better than the first time. Hey, there's an Alpha Jet. Try to get down low. Ah, that was EL 737. Nice. Just look at this thing. Already at 25,000 feet. Nice. We've got everything from Corsairs to F-15s. This is just beautiful. And hopefully it's not too much longer and the P-40 will come out. This is just nuts. I mean, I'm really running out of things to say about it because it's just so wonderful. It's a challenge to fly, but so is the real thing. So it makes perfect sense that, you know, having a struggle. Just look at the state of this. I'm doing a lot of flying external. Yeah, I am too. Normally I like to stay in the cockpit, but with this showing it off, it's hard to stay in the cockpit. It's just beautiful. Bronco is in. Beautiful plane. Hello, and Colonel and all. Good to see you, Bronco. Hope you're well. This is the Milviz FG-1D Corsair. We're in VMF 214 colors, which was the black sheep, and we're flying over Southern California. Zooming over the train, and it ensues. Yes. Yes. It's quiet. Corsairs and Spits and Eagles and Alpha Jets and 339s and Thunderflies. There they go. Oh, it's so good. Meow. This is just... I cannot wait to do this, to fly this in VR. I mean, it's going to be absolutely insane. This is just nuts. I really, I don't know what to say, really, because this is just, it's so good. As we're getting over LA. Alright. We're about to Kilo Sierra Mike Oscar, which is Santa Monica. Managed to fly ahead and made my first landing in the MB339-SMO. Went like clockwork. Well, glad to have you along, Papa Joe. We gotta see what the winds are, so I know which way I'm gonna land. Media blue, cause they're the ones that send the weather to flights in. Maps. I don't need them for home, thank you. For Southern California. They're kind of all over the place, aren't they? And we're definitely getting the framage because of Los Angeles edge, proximity edge. NZY. It is custom. It's not included by default. In Discord, I have a scenery link to that you will need. That is why it's very important to be on the Discord for flight plans and any required add-on edge. frameage over LA. Woohoo! This is going to be an interesting landing situation. Flappage. Make sure the tail wheel is locked. I think it is. Otherwise, this is going to get real interesting real fast. As we put me back on for dramatic effects. We're dropping. Good choices on the runway edge. Oh, down. Down, Bessie. Down, Bessie. Down, Bessie. There we go. Come on. We want to. Okay, start slowing down. Getting towards the end of the runway here. Hey, that went a lot better than the last time. Woo! That went way better. That went way better. The tail wheel's still locked. Alright. It's a bad plan to land at the strip park. Yeah, I can see it creating some problems, so we're gonna hide B. We're going to go in. Ooh, wow. That was legitimately nerve-wracking. Come on, you silly little... resume. Camera. And Icebird for All is now following. Many thanks, my dude. Hope you're enjoying the flight. We've just landed at KSMO, which is Santa Monica. We're watching our friends come in for a landing. There's Wire Lad. We've got Draco, 172, Catbat, Druid, and so many more coming in to land on runway 21. And of course, we have our own Thunderflies. Uh-oh, Zep, no! There's Draco. So welcome to Santa Monica. There's 172 in. There's Catbat in a spit. There's Lopox. Sure, we have more friends coming. Woo, we had a sim crash. Well, I suppose that's good timing since we're at least on the ground. I'm sitting frozen in the air above the runway. Mine did too. Sounds like it was a widespread problem. Well, at least it wasn't just me. So, we're going to investigate what that was about. See what the error was. Do that. Nope. That's a hard crash. Alright, that was a VC runtime. Well, all things considered, we were still on the ground, so I'm not upset. Uh, 99 away. Thanks for the interesting flight. You take care. Glad to have you along. We'll catch you next time. We'll see you on the Discord. I'm out of water. So we're just waiting for the sim to load back up so we can hit the last leg of our incredible Corsair journey as we make our way from Santa Monica down to San Diego. I'm so grateful these craft are only in the sim. Yeah, 100%. So we're just waiting on the sim. So while it's doing that, I'm gonna go get some more water because, well, water is awesome. It does, Kozaki. I'll be right back. My mic was muted and I was talking. What's the deal? Microsoft says that it can't sign me in. Was estás? Was es los? There ain't much in that one. Well, that one's empty. That didn't take much. Bye-bye, fruit punch, you're done. What's next? What do we got? Cherry blackberry. That sounds tasty. Oh no, you're kidding. It's an Azure outage? Really? On April Fool's Day, and just after a brand new, very popular aircraft. You've got to be kidding. This is nuts. We'll give it one more shot, see what happens. As I get my water ready. Dragon 40th is good. Well, that's good to hear. Okay, so, I mean, if it's an Azure outage, that explains the crash. Bronco can't get in. Draco's in. Oh, I got another one. Well, we can't sign you into Xbox Live right now. Try again in a while. What? Down detector. What do you say, down detector? Oh, boy, that's a spike. April 1st. Reports 3814 at 5:26 p.m. What? Kingsman 9965 is here. Well, sorry that we're having technical issues now. Microsoft seems to be down. From Ford's Epic surge of currency experiencing some issues impacting the ability to log into Microsoft Flight Sim. Oh my gosh. This is insane. You've got to be kidding. No. 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 Why? This isn't fair. This isn't fair. Oh, Microsoft, what are you doing? Oh. What are you doing, Microsoft? You're killing me here. I can't even look at the more info page because it's down. Well, getting the plane itself wouldn't affect the servers because it's not on the Microsoft store yet. The Milviz guy says it wouldn't be for 2 or 3 weeks. So that wouldn't affect it. It could just be an influx of a lot of people flying it. But what? Why? Hashtag blame COVID. You don't have to tell me twice. This is not even fair. This isn't even fair. G. Whittaker had to deal with someone silly at work. Yeah, Microsoft died. Oh my gosh, this is... Oh man. I don't know what to do. Yeah, all I wanted to do is fly a Corsair, and Microsoft's like, LOL, nope. Oh, come on. What a time. What happened? Microsoft died. Apparently, according to Down Detector, Microsoft's dead. At least for a minute. What is going on? Xbox status. If I can spell status correctly. That's not even nice. Other streams are online. I was flying the Corsair Kingsman. Well, I can't do a system restart without restarting the stream, and I don't think it's that. I have a seriously doubt. Well, here's the thing: if they're connected, they're fine. It's because there's people that were flying with us that are still connected, and they're fine. It's the ability to log in, create a new connection. That's the problem. It's not, it had a hiccup and it kicked, and I got kicked off. So trying to create a new connection while it's down is not going to work. So it's not a me issue. It's a server issue, which, Draco, kind of lends itself to what you and I have talked about over the last month, two, especially within the last couple of days. I'm on Steam and I'm online. The question is, Gordo, did you get kicked off at all? Maybe different servers. It could be. I don't know. And Epic Fool says it's a confirmed server issue, so it's definitely not me. I can't even get a service update from Xbox. It says, "Oops, that didn't work." Oh my. Oh, this is hilarious. Oh yeah, no, the number's going up exponentially. When I first checked, there was like 3,000. Now there's 13,000 reports on Down Detector for Xbox. Down Detector on Azure. That's getting higher, so yeah. No, so Gordo, you didn't get kicked off, so you're fine. It's the creating of new connections that's the problem. It's not if you got an established connection and you didn't get kicked off, you're golden. You can keep flying. It's anybody trying to log in or get connected, make a new connection right now that it's just not going to work because everything's down. Being on Steam, MS Store does not matter. We all use the same service. Yeah. Give us a tour of your, you don't want to see my house, Dublad. It's a disaster, and no one needs to see that. I don't even like seeing that. Someone loaded the Kingdom of the World crashed. It was probably Murph. It's their login service, so if you're in, yeah. Yeah, when we flew to Homestead, it wasn't as bad. Because I was able to get back in. So we're not going to just kill the stream now. We're going to actually keep trying and hope. Yes, 737, exactly it. If you have a connection, keep it as long as you can. Destroying back after the Wi-Fi gave up. What happened? Microsoft died. That's the easiest way I can put it. Is Microsoft decided to, do the dead cockroach on its back and just go, I'm dead. Give it one more go, see what happens. I don't know, I think the music's somewhat appropriate. What do you think? Lopox, the working theory is Murph decided to load in a Gigna at LAX, and that's exactly when things happen. Do it for me, 737. Do it for me. Do it for the stream. We're counting on you. Too many Corsairs. Murph press some buttons. Yes. To all of this. See, the important thing, though, is we don't let it get us angry. We keep positive. It's frustrating, but it's also funny. It would be way too easy to be upset right now and angry and upset and whatever, but I'm not. It's You guys are what makes the stream, and I'm glad to have you along. But it's just the timing. The timing. In VR, no less. Oh, yeah. If in doubt, blame Murph. 100%. Murph's Mooney and the Colonel Spit bombarded. King's been digging the sax. Oh, yeah. Erling does such a phenomenal job with saxophone music. Two-Tone Murphy's now hosting the stream that we're talking about him. Ice Cold Wolf looks like the effect. Obviously 65.2. This is going to be, yeah, it's certainly interesting. So I have not yelled at this new plane 3 times, I swear. Luckily I've saved the, nope, still getting the error. Not much of a surprise. Try again. Try again. No, it's not going to work. Alright. Terminate you. On the bright side, it's only 46 days to the Eurovision. I've seen you doing a lot of posting on Murph's Discord about it, and it looks very interesting. It's very exciting. Luckily, I just saved some work. That's good timing, Epic Fool. We had just landed, and we were watching some landings when it happens. Start campaign to buy Murph a glider. Old one, no buttons. Yeah, but it has levers, and, you know, levers are kind of like buttons. I don't think Microsoft took into consideration about how popular this sim was going to be. It's going to be online and having... yeah, no, I 100% agree. I was completely aware there in the chopper in VR, island hopping, then moments later I woke up in the sea. Z's in VR are a real risk. Yeah. Double... Yes, yeah. So Draco and I have been doing some stress testing of sorts. So in small groups on our local server, so Draco and me are both native to the East US server. You know, things can run very, very smooth. We tested it on the North Europe server in a small group of about 3 of us, and we were flying low over photogrammetry, and you know, we're having a laugh. And we had more hiccups being on a different server with a higher ping. Add into a large group, and the servers are just the servers and thusly the sim are much more unstable. Or at least this is just all observation. So they seem to be much more unstable with the large groups. So, you know, my belief is that Microsoft and Asobo really underestimated the popularity of not only the live streaming, but the group flying. With as ease of access that Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 has brought, their server load in the sim is just not beefy enough at the moment to really handle it in a stable fashion. We got to give him some leverage. Get to the chopper. Welcome to my world. If you're in the sim, take a look at the roof of one of the buildings on this airport. East US is great for me in Sweden for some reason, ping-wise. Interesting. Yeah, Murwise, normally I'm on the North Europe server. I use that as my backup, and then Murph uses it as his primary, and that's usually a stable for me, but East US is definitely my home. Yeah, Draco, we were collecting data, so it's pure, we had a hypothesis. We're using the scientific method. Just because I'm using a fancy term doesn't mean I can say it properly. Scientific method. We have a hypothesis and we tested, and we got a result and examined it. Our best reasonable guess is just the sim and the servers are not robust enough yet to handle big groups and remain stable. To be honest, it's amazing. Oh yeah, no, it's fantastic. It's a wonderful thing. That's one of my favorite things about Flight Sim 2020. Kingston... Not in the sim, yeah. Have you tried the Searchlight. Can't know if they want to bring... Yeah, it's going to be rough with when the Xbox launches. Landed one, crashed one. Thanks for allowing us to learn. 100% Copper Pete. You know, I wish I could have done another leg, but Microsoft says no. And that makes me sad because I was really liking the Corsair. Like, a lot. Plus, a lot of your followers are from other parts of the world other than the US, when a bunch of Europeans are noise. Right down. Yeah, and even the location doesn't matter as much. It does have an extra effect to it, but if the servers were a bit more robust in general, if their infrastructure was a bit more robust and the sim itself probably needing a bit of a code update to be able to handle it stably, it all kind of works together and factors in. Are you writing it down? Because that's the only difference between science and screwing around. Well, typing counts. Not handwriting, but the information is being noted. My best guess is all the time we wait for the sim to load, and whenever it's not working, they're using all our GPUs for mining. You never know. GPU at 100%. Why? I have no idea. It wasn't like that until Sim Update 3. It wasn't so bad. Now it's just like weird. Glad you're enjoying it, Keen. It's the normal music I play, but sometimes you just can't hear it over the sound of the airplane. So we're kind of letting servers kind of do their thing. In some vain hopeful, resolution. But I don't think it's going to get any better anytime soon, if I'm honest. Not that that's much of a surprise at this point. Yeah, things are not looking good. GPU running at 100%. Not a good thing, you know that. Well, that's not even a question. We know that. It's just, it's doing it and we don't know why. Is that it's not easy to make the switch to play in offline mode. Yeah. I don't disagree. Oh, I never said you fully believe it. It's like it's a conspiracy. I wouldn't be shocked at anything, honestly. Yeah, so it's just, I don't know. I'm just silly streamer dude trying to do the thing, and it won't let me. I could load up FFX. Wouldn't that be interesting? 3,500 people allowed in Ahoy. 90% of my music comes from flying online. Yeah. It's a huge motivating factor, even for me. You know, being able to fly with other people and in a seamless fashion is awesome. There are times, you know, if I had the choice of no flying at all and flying offline, I would obviously take flying offline, but with being able to seamlessly fly with other people in a multiplayer fashion, I mean, that's a huge selling point. Everyone's in the windows in just a quick pop in and say, I didn't. Murph probably did. Microsoft's dead. Also, Murph fell asleep in a helicopter in VR, so it all started when Murph wanted to host a stream. It all started when Murph fell asleep in a helicopter in VR. Seems to be back online. I get in. I'm loading up now just to give it a shot. We'll see. So if you're still in the sim, or even if you're not still in the sim, if you're still in the stream, I am very, very grateful as we're playing Is Microsoft Alive Simulator 2021. I almost said 2020, but I remembered it's 2021. First flew the Corsair in VR. That took the wind out of my sails. It was yeah, I bet. I'm not be able to get in. Try again. Xbox Live. Man. Copy P 3500. Oh. So seems to be back online. I got in, so I'm still trying. It still hasn't made it to me apparently, which is what it is. Oh my goodness. I'll give it another go. Okay, how did he fall asleep in VR? Tasty beverages, but I wonder if he woke up with a mouthful. No comment. If he falls asleep after drinking, just don't be next to him when he wakes up. Real situation, a guy at my company was drilling a hole in the wall, hits a network cable, everything crashes. Over 1,000 of PCs and 800 other machines. Half of Europe was down at the moment. We heard immediately the problem was with German telecom, but still convinced the guy it was his fault. Nice. Just logged out to see if I can log back in. Well, you're living dangerously, Brian. I'm giving it another go. Not expecting much, but it's worth a shot. He's dangerous. Dangerous Brian. See, at least this plane doesn't hit the FPS hard like the Embraer does. I haven't tried the Embraer yet. Oh, still getting that. Colonel Fork, sad. Colonel Fork, angry. Colonel Fork, want to fly. Colonel Fork, not being allowed to fly. Get 15 FPS hit in the Embraer. Oof. It just got an update, fixed many of the problems, but FPS still bad. Well, that's unfortunate. I could explain the meltdown in frames that you get in large groups. The servers may be down for... Well, yeah. Suddenly like that without notice doesn't make a whole lot of sense. If you're gonna put out if you're gonna do maintenance like that, it's irresponsible and very, quite frankly, stupid to just cut it off when most people are on. You know, but I mean, it could just be they broke. But I don't know. It's a mystery to me. I'm just some schmo on the internet. Resident is still pending on status page. I got 35 to 45 FPS over LA now. Not bad. Nice. After a big plane launches. Yeah, I mean, the timing of it is just I say incredible because it's not incredibly good. It's incredibly poor timing. It kind of let Epic Fool in. Well, I'm gonna give it I'm gonna keep trying. Worst case scenario is it just says no. I may end up ordering dinner and doing a raid, or doing a raid then ordering dinner. We're gonna see what happens. Give it one more go. No joy for Dangerous Brian. Turn it off. Going to see if it will let me. Everybody's doing the danger. No, Brian, what have you done? Everybody else is trying to log off and log back in. The worst thing to happen was it actually worked. No, that's the best thing it could do. Kind of backwards, man. Thankfully, I have X-Plane 11 with Orbex Street. Well, I mean, we're almost at the 3-hour mark, which is usually where I try to do 3 to 4 hours, but I have FSX. I could fly FSX. I don't have X-Plane, and I'm not spending a fortune on ortho just to make it look watchable, or look watchable? Viewable, lookable things. They're also dangerous, yes. Well, grundling. All of the grundling. My X-Plane totally broke on me. Had to delete it 3 times in 2 days and still broke it. Oof. I don't know what flight gear is. Try again, try again, try again. Try again. Working, I got some message for the grammetry out and connection lost and again. Interesting. It's all good, ailerons. You know, I do appreciate that. These things happen. It's technology, man. It's like I always say, technology is great until it stops working. Then nobody knows what to do. So, like I said, the worst case scenario, we'll call it a stream. We'll give 757 Spy a raid. I think that's what we're gonna do. We'll give it some time. Anyone get an insert disc? I did not. Definitely not working. Yeah. You take care, Keen. We'll catch you next time. We're gonna go ahead and just raid 757 Spy. I'm at the mercy of the servers right now, so there's not much I can do. Really sorry to end it like that, but it is what it is. Technology. Woo! So, thanks for all the subs, the follows, the raids, and for just your presence being here. So, until next time, be good to each other. Stay safe out there. We'll catch you next time, and stay tuned for a raid for 757 Spy. Dangerous Brian's back here. Wait, what? Join if it's work. That you're not wrong. Well, before we end, we'll give it one more shot. We'll give it one more shot. We'll give it one more shot. If Brian got in, as dangerous as he is, I mean, it might happen. There's still a lot of my day. It's only 10 after 6 p.m. my time, so I've got plenty of daytime left. Glad you enjoyed it, Catbat. Here, okay, we'll give me. Can you insert the error in here? When I get to that point, it's basically it's having trouble logging in, which the servers are down. Sitting around just in case. Awesome. Yeah, we're giving it one more shot. Brian got in. And even if we don't have photogrammetry, at least we can fly. As Victor Scorza is now following. Many thanks, my dude. Much appreciated. I'd say I hope you're enjoying the stream, which I do hope you're enjoying the stream, but there's not a whole lot going on other than kind of laughing at the situation of Microsoft being dead. Maybe coming back to life. We'll see in a moment. That's a little hard to do when I'm streaming on the PC that I do everything else with. And it's not a me issue, it's more of a server issue. April Fools, it took up. I'm sure you did. Ooh, that's new. So it is 72. Icebird, were you streaming at the time? Because if I restart my computer, the stream goes down. Goblin's in with a lot of FPS issues. They identified it as a DNS issue that Azure relies on. Interesting. Yeah, see, if I restart, the stream goes down, and, you know, I might as well just end it at that point. Yeah, so it's not letting me in, so we're going to just call it. Well, I'm not going to do it with the stream. I understand the suggestion and it'll probably work, but it'll interrupt the stream, and we're almost at the end of the stream anyway. And Brian didn't need to restart, so it's simply a Microsoft issue more than anything. So we're gonna call it there. We're gonna raid 757 Spy because 757 Spy is awesome, very informative, and very entertaining. So we're at the end of the stream. You all take care. We'll catch you next time. We'll definitely be on Discord. Hopefully I get some VR in the Corsair tonight, so take care.